I am on the search for Russell Crowe. I don't see him anywhere.
Is he down there?
Russell, where are you at?
This has been kind of like surreal to see because it's so large and so many things have taken place in this. Colosseum was actually taken over by like the Pope later, so there's like a bunch of little crosses here. You can see it right there. It's kind of declared it's a holy place later, but I think it was constructed in like around 70 AD or something, they say, the Colosseum, but I'm glad nobody fights here anymore.
They did say there was a lake here in the middle.
Yeah.
And it was drained shortly after the Colosseum was built.
One thing I learned that I didn't know was there were so many animals too that like kind of fought each other, which is sad.
They said animals from Africa, from Europe and Asia came here to fight as well. And then they started letting people fight as gladiators. Once they got here, they were housed below here is what you can see.
They were really fierce people, very brave. This area was made of sand.
And that's where the term arena came from. The sand in this area, or any place where people gather, was called an arena after that.
And then here's some where all the fancy people sat. I'll push it around here. Let's see. There's where the fancy people sat.
A lot of the inside, especially below here, is original, which is really neat. I got a lot of cool video of that I'll show you.
Yeah. So what do y'all think so far?
Don't be a gladiator.
Yeah.
We're in the city of Rome. We're right around the center point where all the action is. We just saw Palatine Hill. It was a beautiful area. There was like a palace. They said that's where the term palace came from. We saw some aqueducts that supplied the city with water. And we heard this crazy fact that eels actually kept the water clean.
Wait, is that a parrot? What is that bird?
That is a
Oh my
parrot.
gosh. A parrot is on the ground.
Here we are at Crab Restaurant here in Rome, right by the Colosseum. I got the mussel linguine, I think.
I thought it was clams.
Mussel or clams. I got a lobster pasta. I'm not sure what this is actually called, but I've never had a lobster claw before. I'm really excited. I got a crab pasta. I don't know what kind of crab it is though.
We're here at the Trevi Fountain. We just got back from Trevi Fountain, or Trevi, I don't know how you say it, and now we're at the sunset steps, which is really cool.
The Spanish steps.
I mean, Spanish steps, but I call it during sunset. Yeah, you watch like the sun go down from these steps. It's really cool. And we're about to go get some gelato at
Gelati's.
At Gelati's, which is like 100 years old.
It's 100
years old, not the gelato. Yeah, let's hope not.
Look at this beautiful view up here. It's crazy.
We walked here, y'all. We walked these Spanish steps. This is the only place that we've walked. Yes, and I know a little Spanish, which is hola. Gracias. Yes. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Y tú?
We finally got gelato in Rome. We went to Gelati's. It was highly recommended as one of the best gelato spots in the city. It's over 100 years old, family owned. I mean, this is really good. Here we are at Castel Sant'Angelo. This is so exciting. We heard there was, this is where the Pope may have escaped during some of the wars. There's like a passageway from the Vatican to this castle so that the popes can be, protected. An angel came down and like touched this place. So that's really cool. It's a rumor. It's a myth. Don't write that down.
Well, it could be fact.
We don't know. We don't know.
I can't make anything. They're making pasta.
No.
It was a place where they make pasta in front of you. It's kind of the drawing point, and it's like some of the best ravioli I've ever had.
St. Peter's Basilica is ahead. Are y'all excited about going to the Sistine? I can't say the name.
I'm just gonna avoid the names, but the paintings are miraculous. But this is crazy. I need like a class on like all the depth of the paintings. These people are smart.
Will y'all be able to identify which painting's which and who painted it?
That blue thing, the blue ink they used is on Minecraft. I know that. It's as expensive as gold, like the amount of it, the blue he used on it. She said.
What is it called on
It's
Minecraft?
like lapis.
How was the Sistine Chapel?
It was amazing. I think Nike has stopped calling it 16th Chapel by now. But it was like breathtaking. It was like the Bible on the painting of it was like a Bible painting. It was awesome. And then now we're at St. Peter's Basilica. Basilica. And it's where they think Peter was buried, and the first pope. It's like the biggest church, I think, in the world on the ends, if you count the interior of it. So this is really cool. I mean, this is like one of the coolest things I've ever seen in my life, to be honest. Here at St. Peter's Basilica or Basilica. Peter's bones are actually here. Peter was buried here. A lot of the popes are buried here, including John Paul II. There's so much history. Michelangelo actually designed the dome up there, and it's like the second largest dome by a centimeter. Yeah, Michelangelo has a famous sculpture. It's the one where Jesus is being held by Mary. And she was talking about the guide we had about how Michelangelo's mom actually died really early. So the sculpture kind of resembled Mary, kind of resembled his mom. The Pope actually comes out right there and greets people sometimes on Sunday. We are at the prison of where Paul was held, Paul from the Bible, where he was held here for his Christian faith back in the day. 60 AD, he was held here because he was a Christian, one of the first Christians.
Another cool fact is many believe that Paul was actually baptizing people in this prison through spring water that came from the ground. So you can imagine what kind of water that was like in this prison. So it's pretty interesting. He was right before he was actually beheaded here in Rome.
Paul from the Bible, we're Christians. We believe in Jesus Christ, that God sent his son Jesus to die for our sins, and we put our faith in him.
Hey y'all, we just got back from the Vatican. We're about to go out to eat, but just wanted to give you a quick recap. This was one of the best days in Rome. I have to say, St. Peter's Basilica, I think Basilica, that's how you pronounce it.
We keep saying Basilica.
Was my favorite place I've ever been to in the city. It's the museum, a lot of artifacts, a lot of pottery, kind of like the Louvre Museum in France that we went to. Just really neat to see the Vatican Museum as well.
And we got to step through the Holy Door, which is only open like every 25 years, or like they opened it like 10 or 15 years ago or something for like a special occasion, but it's only open at certain times, and we got to step through it, so that was awesome.
We have been enjoying our stay at the Marcello Royale. I'm hoping that's how you pronounce it, cross my fingers. And it's been amazing because there's this wonderful rooftop view. We can actually see the Vatican from our room and from this rooftop. It's really neat.
Yeah.
But you can just see how beautiful Rome is during the day, and just imagine eating breakfast, eating, around dinner time up here.
And the food was crazy good.
And the inside of the hotel is beautiful as well. It's very unique and very modern and beautiful.